शॉल और तुलसी के पौधे से हम अभिवादन कर रहे हैं महानुभावों का। धन्यवाद। और अब अनुरोध करूंगी एडीजी पीआईबी श्री प्रकाश मखदूम जी से कि आप माननीय केंद्रीय राज्य मंत्री इंफॉर्मेशन एंड ब्रॉडकास्टिंग, फिशरीज, एनिमल हस्बेंड्री और डेयरी डॉक्टर एल मुरुगन जी का इस अवसर पर स्वागत करें। श्री प्रकाश मखदूम जी। हम भी बहुत बहुत तालियों से इन महानुभावों का अभिवादन करें। धन्यवाद। I now invite Dr. L.Murugan, Honorable Union Minister of State, Ministry of Information and Broadcasting, Fisheries, Animal Husbandry and Dairy for his welcome address. Please, sir.
Honorable Defence Minister of India, respected Sri Rajnath Singh ji, Honorable Chief Minister Gujarat, Sri Bhupendrap Patel ji, friends from media, ladies and gentlemen, vice chancellors and officers from the central government and state government, namaste to you all, vanakkam for you all. This is the land of Gujarat, the land of Mahatma Gandhi. From this land, the journey of Susasan, good governance, Garib Kalyan started some 20 years ago. The book Modi at 20, Dreams Meet Delivery, captures the essence of this journey. To release its Gujarat version today, we have among us Honorable Defence Minister, respected Sri Rajnath Singh ji. Under his leadership, we have our borders secure and forces will train and motivated and ready to go to any extent to protect our country. Respected Sri Rajnath Singh ji, you have seen this journey of dreams made delivery from very close quarters. Despite your busy schedule, you have taken out some time to release this book today. We are thankful to you. I extend a warm welcome to you, sir. Today we have our guest of honor, the Honorable Chief Minister of Gujarat, who is effectively taking forward Modi ji's work in Gujarat. Respected Bhupendrap Patel ji, I welcome you for this function, sir. I welcome ministers of Government of Gujarat, members of Legislative Assembly, members of Parliament, senior officers of central government and state government, vice chancellor, educationalists from different universities, those who assembled here. I also welcome our friends from media and other dignitaries who are assembled here. Friends, 2 decades ago, our dynamic leader Sri Narendra Modi ji arrived with his model of good governance, first as CM Gujarat and then from 2014 as a Prime Minister of India. His model of good governance is all inclusive. This model is Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, Sabka Viswas and Sabka Prayas. It is because of all, participation of all and participation of all. It emerges from Modi ji's deepest concern for the vulnerable section of the society, who are Dalit, tribal, women and youths. Ladies and gentlemen, Modi at 20, Dream Meets Delivery is an equivalent and insightful attempt to unravel and unravel layer by layer the miracle that our Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi ji. It helps to understand his policies through a perspective from the eminent personalities. The book has forwarded of late Lata Mangeshkar, our Honorable Minister Sri Home Minister Sri Amit Shah ji, and P.V. Sindhu, Nandan Nilekani, Ajit Doval ji, and many others have extended. They written 20 chapters in this book. And for this release of its Gujarat version, we all have assembled here today. I express my gratitude to the respected Sri Rajnath Singh ji, Sri Bhupendrap Patel ji, and other dignitaries present here. I extend my heart welcome to you all on behalf of our Minister Sri Anurag Singh Thakur ji and on behalf of Ministry of Information and Broadcasting. Welcome you, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you so much, sir, for your warm welcoming words. देवियों और सज्जनों, अब आइए देखते हैं इस पुस्तक के बारे में ये ऑडियो विजुअल प्रस्तुतिकरण। एवी प्लीज।
मैं नरेंद्र दामोदर दास मोदी ईश्वर की शपथ लेता हूं कि मैं विधि द्वारा स्थापित भारत के संविधान के प्रति सच्ची श्रद्धा और निष्ठा रखूंगा।
नेता, राजनीतिज्ञ, दीर्घद्रष्टा 20 વર્ષની સફરમાં શ્રી નરેન્દ્ર મોદીએ ઘણી ભૂમિકાઓ ભજવી છે. ગુજરાતના મુખ્યમંત્રી તરીકેના 3 ટર્મના શાસનકાળમાં તેમણે સામાજિક અને આર્થિક અવ્યવસ્થા સામે ઝઝૂમતા રાજ્યને ભારતના સૌથી સમૃદ્ધ અને ઝડપથી વિકસતા રાજ્યોમાંથી એક બનાવી દીધું.
मैं मॉडर्नाइजेशन का पक्षकार हूं, लेकिन मॉडर्नाइजेशन विदाउट वेस्टर्नाइजेशन.
સતત 2 ટર્મ વડાપ્રધાન તરીકે પણ તેમણે પોતાની દીર્ઘદ્રષ્ટિ સાથે સામાજિક અને આર્થિક સુધારાઓ કરી ભારતને એક આત્મનિર્ભર દેશ તરીકે વિકસાવવાનું શરૂ કર્યું, જેના કારણે 1.3 અબજ ભારતીયો બન્યા પહેલાથી વધુ સશક્ત. એક રાજનીતિજ્ઞ તરીકે તેમણે પરસ્પર વૈચારિક મતભેદ ધરાવતા રાષ્ટ્રોમાં પણ સન્માન મેળવનારા વિશ્વના ગણ્યા ગાંઠ્યા નેતાઓમાં સ્થાન મેળવ્યું. મોદી એટ 20 સપના થયા સાકાર. સતત 20 વર્ષ સુધી લોકતાંત્રિક રીતે ચૂંટાયેલી સરકારના વડા તરીકે શ્રી નરેન્દ્ર મોદીની ઐતિહાસિક સફરનું વર્ણન કરવા બૌદ્ધિકો, નીતિ નિર્માતાઓ, અગ્રણી ઉદ્યોગપતિઓ અને વિવિધ ક્ષેત્રના નિષ્ણાતોને એક મંચ પર લાવવામાં આવ્યા. સૈદ્ધાંતિક અને વિશ્લેષણાત્મક અવલોકનો અને શ્રી નરેન્દ્ર મોદી સાથે કામ કરવાના અનુભવોના નિચોડ સમાન મોદી એટ 20 એમના 2 દાયકાના સર્વગ્રાહી દ્રષ્ટિકોણને રજૂ કરે છે. 7 ઓક્ટોબર 2021ના રોજ શ્રી નરેન્દ્ર મોદીએ લોકતાંત્રિક રીતે ચૂંટાયેલી સરકારના વડા તરીકે 20 વર્ષ પૂર્ણ કર્યા, જેમાં ગુજરાતના મુખ્યમંત્રી તરીકે 12.5 વર્ષ અને ભારતના વડાપ્રધાન તરીકે 8 વર્ષ પૂર્ણ કરવા એ પોતાનામાં જ એક નોંધપાત્ર સિદ્ધિ છે. 2001 પહેલા શ્રી નરેન્દ્ર મોદી કોઈ પણ પદ ઉપર ચૂંટાયા નહોતા અને એ પછી સતત 5 ચૂંટણીઓમાં અપરાજિત રહ્યા. 2002, 2007 અને 2012માં ગુજરાતના મુખ્યમંત્રી તરીકે અને 2014 અને 2019માં દેશના વડાપ્રધાન તરીકે ચૂંટાયા. સમયની સાથે તેમની લોકપ્રિયતા પણ વધતી ગઈ. ચાલો આપણે વિવિધ પ્રકરણોના લેખકો પાસેથી જ સાંભળીએ એવી વિશેષ બાબતો જેનો તેમણે તેમના પ્રકરણોમાં ઉલ્લેખ કર્યો છે.
Narendra Modi's unstinting support to entrepreneurs, to the startup world, to people who build the nation through enterprise has been unstinting over his entire journey. And I've had the privilege of being associated with him through this entire period of 20 years.
Modi ji has repeatedly emphasized that our nation must transition from women's development to women-led development.
In my article, I have written that what a modular approach meant to him, how one project led to another project, then to the third project, and ultimately the final message was well-being of the masses. For him, it is nation which matters, and he always thought that he lives for the nation.
I have given a true incident. 20 years back, I met mother and a child. A mother was a cook. A child was going to school. And I met them and I talked to them. The mother told me that she wants her daughter should become a receptionist. And that is her aim in life. Now, the girl has become an entrepreneur. I asked her why it happened, how it happened, and what is the reason. She said, I have changed in 20 years. Government is extremely supportive in all their schemes, and she went on telling that how her parents have a bank account. A great leader can inspire people. He can bring a wind of change in many directions. And that is what has happened in our country.
Gujarat's agriculture achieved a tremendous rate of growth of 9.2% per annum. This is unheard of in the Indian history of agriculture in any state. I would say this is the first time in the history of thousands of years of India, India has exported 20 million tons of rice in 21-22 in a global market of about 50 million tons.
PM Modi says that India's attitude towards meeting its goals has changed from chalta hai to badal sakta hai, which has struck a chord with me. This is the same attitude that a young person brings to whatever he or she approaches. It is the same attitude that PM Modi has shown in governance too.
I've looked deeply at the environmental and ecological leadership provided by Mr. Modi, including on issues related to climate change. Mr. Modi has shown that development and sustainability can coexist.
Our culture has been, in a sense, under attack for a long time. And my chapter explores what Prime Minister Modi has done consistently, and even earlier what he did in his role as a Chief Minister. Prime Minister Modi has focused not just on Kashi Vishwanath Ji temple, but one explores various other temple towns that have been revived. And it's not just the worship places of Hinduism, but the worship places of all other religions that exist in India.
One thing unique about the Prime Minister is his ability to carry out schemes on scale. So we mentioned Aadhaar, then there was Jan Dhan, Swachh Bharat. Now we are seeing another very, very big initiative underway, which is the Nal Se Jal.
I asked a bystander why he supported Modi ji. A young boy confidently said, क्योंकि सपने दिखाना सिखाया है हमें मोदी जी ने, हमारे प्राइम मिनिस्टर जी ने. People trust Modi ji because he delivers. It is his success that has strengthened public trust in his leadership.
This book is not only a must-read for those interested in political science and governance, but it's also a masterclass in communications, in personal development, and in management studies.
In last 7 years, he has brought a tremendous change, tremendous excitement, not only for India, but also for Indian American community. And I would really try to say that worldwide community, worldwide Indian diaspora.
I worked in different parts of the world. I know how the health system works. No country in the world could have vaccinated 150 crore people in such a short period of time. It's simply not possible, but we have done it. So essentially, India has managed to prove that we can do amazing things, provided we have a leader like Mr. Modi.
It is his appreciation of the possibilities of technology which has enabled digital India, now entering what is called as the tech decade or techade. And just as we used technology to build Aadhaar, the Jam Trinity, many more things are happening. India is a digital leader in financial transactions done digitally. And this again is thanks to the big push that Prime Minister Modi gave UPI in the years after 2016.
A deeply nationalistic figure, someone who's almost driven by his desire to take India to a higher level, and the same nationalistic figure is actually very international, with an enormous curiosity about the world. So this nationalist, internationalist paradox that he represents is one part of it. The other, of course, is a leader who's very steeped in our history and culture, but who still realizes the promise of technology, who has a great belief in the power of science, who again uses one to reinforce the attractiveness and the strength of the other. There's a very strong orthodoxy about foreign policy. And I find it very fascinating about Prime Minister Modi that he had both the ability, the determination, and in some ways the vision to challenge that orthodoxy. I mean, I begin with how he actually at the first swearing in the idea of getting all our neighboring leaders to India was itself was a departure from traditional diplomacy as we know it. So in that sense, in the domain of foreign policy, it certainly was a breath of fresh air.
Here is a man who dared to dream big, because India is a country of a size of 1.4 billion people that needs leaders who can imagine big initiatives and can implement them on a scale. I am particularly delighted that I was tasked with the responsibility of writing a chapter on thinking big and executing in scale.
How do you deliver female empowerment is through sanitation. And the whole toilet program, providing toilets for every house was a major campaign, a very, very successful campaign.
As economists, we generally keep our focus on a few macro indicators. But if you look at the real economy of India, bringing down open defecation or giving access to over 100 million toilets within the first 4 or 5 years of governance, I think has been one of the biggest achievements of Prime Minister Modi.
I tried to decode how and why Modi is winning elections continuously for 20 years with 3 assembly and 2 general elections with full majority. In fact, he never sat on opposition benches. Over the years of my election study suggest winning elections means winning the heart of the people, and it cannot be fake. Let's try to understand the Modi magic, the art and the science behind it.
સમૃદ્ધિ અને સલામતી સાથે, તકો અને સમર્થન સાથે, સૌના સાથ, સૌના વિકાસની ભાવના સાથે શ્રી નરેન્દ્ર મોદીનો જાહેર જીવનનો 20 વર્ષનો સમયગાળો એક નવા યુગના નિર્માણથી ઓછો નથી. દરેક સવાર સાથે જાતિ, સંપ્રદાય, પંથ અને ધર્મના લોકોના ઉત્થાન માટેની તેમની પ્રતિબદ્ધતા વધુ મજબૂત બની છે અને જન જન માટે પથદર્શક રહી છે, જે 1.3 અબજ ભારતીયોને વધુ ઊંચા ઉડવા માટે એક વિશાળ આકાશ પૂરું પાડે છે. આપણા યુગની આ મહત્વપૂર્ણ તવારીખ ઉપલબ્ધ છે તમામ રિટેલ આઉટલેટ્સ અને ઓનલાઈન પ્લેટફોર્મ્સ પર, જે બનશે તમારી ચર્ચાઓ અને વિચારણાઓનો સ્ત્રોત. હેપી રીડિંગ.